you know, my time incarcerated, like my prior incarceration, I came in, I was a juvenile. And like 2 months in, I witnessed an individual that was close to me killed, 17 years old, killed. Things like that, you know, a lot of experiences like that, back-to-back experiences like that. Haven't had no rest, no peace in my life. Placed into the custody of my grandmother, who herself was a young lady struggling with life and had her priorities kind of mixed up to the point where she couldn't tell me that she didn't really know how to raise a child. You know, man, she didn't raise her daughter right, let alone her. And as a result of things that took place in her custody, I was placed into foster care permanently, I think when I was 8. And it's been a story pretty much been in foster care and juvenile facilities in the streets since 8. I had stayed, as long as I stayed in there, it was like 3 years. And by the time I had moved in and out when I was 8, and by that time the foundation had been laid in terms of like my self-perception, you know, what I believe were my options, my value. So I didn't know what to appreciate or how to appreciate. I didn't feel like, part of me didn't feel like I was connected, you know what I mean? I guess because a part of me understood like this isn't our biological family. And it was never explained to me why, you know, my life worked out as it did in terms of my mother and my father. But I can recall I had a 2nd grade teacher by the name of Miss Guy, and Hale. She really reached out to me. She's the reason I read to this day. Besides her, I can't really recall any memorable or endeavor encounters with any of my teachers besides get out of here, get out of my class, or something like that. Nothing that was life-changing and life-altering. And coming from it from a perspective to where at one point in time, even when I knew that the things, the attitudes, the actions, the habits, the things that I was doing was against the grain, it was difficult to, for anyone to tell me anything different. You know, I was convinced that this is where I needed to be and work out. You know, and knowing how, I guess you could say, firm the attitude was embedded in me, I know that in order to reach individuals that's caught up in their life right now, you know, to tell them like to change or to quit or to get out, it's a lot of majority of them. They wouldn't even, like I deal with it now, they wouldn't respond to it. So the thing, my focus now is to tell them, you know, try to encourage them that it's not wrong to come together with your own. It's not wrong. We've been doing that since the beginning of time in terms of our history and things of that nature, but it's our methods that is actually killing us, you know. And in terms of identifying another person as different or even alien to you, or even rival to you because of where they come from or what neighborhood, what street they was born on or live on or what colors they wear, that's in vain. You know, that's a lifestyle in vain. First thing is I believe in relation to those that aren't caught up, that still have potential and things of that nature to tell them. They need to be shown and encouraged to recognize what their options are. That's a big thing. If you're already convinced that you can't be nothing, can't do nothing, and that, you know, even though you do have a mother and that you go to school there because your neighbor who look like you might be the same age as you, you know, because he lived like he lived, but you gotta live like that. That's your option. That's your highest option. You know, if you are convinced of that, you know, yeah, that's going to influence a lot of your decisions. But if you're convinced, if you're shown that you don't necessarily have to be in, you don't have to be in. And then not only are you told that, but you're shown options and methods and ways to engage different paths and different walks of life, then, you know, that's where you will get to seeing different results, better results.